Hello, my name is Jim Mullany from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Thursday, May 2nd, 2019. Today I'm doing a two-part video. This first part will be very quick. It's of a fully remanufactured semi-toll 870S spin rinse dryer that we have done for our customers. We have quite a lot of customers send us their rinser dryers, probably one or two a week to go through our refurbishment program. So I wanted to show the customer the quality of our rebuild and how we do our labeling so they can see this. After that, we're going to go ahead and put the skins on and show the tool fully running. This is for purchase order ME17282. This is going internationally. We do not give our customers' names out in the video for their privacy because these are uploaded to our YouTube channel. So what I like to do is come over here just to show you what we've done. All right, you want to scoot around over here so look at the inside. So what you do, we've got a fully remanufactured. We have, when our rebuild process, all new Teflon tubing's put on, all new pneumatic tubing's put on, the motors are rebuilt, the sensors are changed as necessary, all the valves are rebuilt. We also we label everything, we've done for a few years compared to the old semi-tolls, so the replacement parts are easily identified. You can see the 06 number here for this valve. You can see up here that we have the Humphrey valves replacements. The motor has a tag on it. The sensors have tags on them, the anti-static has tags on them, and so forth. As you can see, the tool is nice and clean. It's probably gone through 150 runs so far, so it's all been totally qualified. I'll go around to this side now. Put the camera in over here. As you can see, we have our valve number in there. We have our number down there on the 20 PSI sensor. Again, we talked about the Humphrey valve. There's the part number up there. We do have the SciTech part numbers. We monitor and track all key components of the rinser dryer, specifically the controllers, the motors, and the amps. Those are very expensive parts, and we like to identify them. It also enables a kickoff warranty date. This is actually in test for the last 3 days. This controller was rebuilt on 4/23, so about 9 days ago. What I'll do now is I'll go ahead and stop the video. I'll put all the poly skins on it. This is a little bit different, I'll tell you now. This customer had a wraparound skin. It was a custom one. The skins are degraded, but they opted not to replace them. However, we did do some replacement of them, just our internal policy. They had a broken chip in one that I showed the customer. We still went ahead and did repairs and replaced a bunch of the parts that were defective. We didn't replace all the poly because it was a no-charge free upgrade. So we didn't change the doors out. If it's yellow, we left it like that. But the poly that was damaged, we definitely replaced. So this will end this part of the video. I'll go ahead and get the poly on and we'll restart the tool. Hello, my name is Jim Mullany. This is part 2 of the video that I said earlier I'd be doing. Again, for reference, this is our customer's PO, ME17282. We do not give their name out on our videos because these are posted on our YouTube channel for them to review and accept. Customer sent us an 870S to be refurbished. One thing that you'll notice is the poly is not refurbished. They actually had the tools needed refurbished. We asked them about the poly. They said no. There is degradation of the poly and flaking. However, there are some new pieces. Some of these pieces that came in the shipment were broken and cracked, and this is very custom wraparound poly. It turned out we had some from another job that the customer wanted us to refit with different poly. So we gave the customer these free pieces to make it somewhat nicer than having cracked pieces. I've already gone through the tools on the prior video, showing you how we do all of our marking. What I'm going to do now is basically start these up. As we're going through the process, I'll talk about in detail our refurbishment program and our other tools. So, customer simply loads. We have an empty cassette, doesn't matter. And loads. Alrighty, as you can see, the rinsing is going nicely, nice and smooth. So again, this is the customer's system, so we didn't change out the controllers. This system has been rebuilt once before. The reason we know that, the bottom panel has the old kick panel metal divider, which means this is one of the original kick panel ones, which you do not use the switches, you use your feet. And obviously these controllers don't match in how bright the illumination is. But again, this is the customer's tool, and that's not part of a refurb program, changing out the controllers. While this is running, I'll go ahead and talk about our refurbish program. What we do at SciTech, we've done over 2,000 units. We bring all tools in. If it's a customer refurbishment, we break the tool down to the base platform. We go through and we do chemical processing on all the metals. We send the bowls out for special processing and electropolish. We EP anything inside of the N2 path. We start our dry build. In that, we rebuild the valves. We test the heater blankets, replace as necessary. Upgrade the sensors. That would be the 8 and the 20 psi pressure sensors. We rebuild the ACR valves. We rebuild the motor. We go through the machine completely. This customer has the Humphrey valves, which are discontinued, but we left them on there. For future reference, we do have an SMC replacement that we offer on our website for these. So once we rebuild all the component level parts, we build them up in our dry manufacturing area. After the tool is built up, there's a QC by another technician. When the tool passes QC, it's moved into wet test. It's brought in wet test initially, more like this. This actually has a poly, but it would just be the head itself on a stainless steel cart. We then hook the DI water to it and make sure there's no leaks. And once it passes a second QC in wet test, it's then ran 50 times. After the 50th run with no errors or no leaks, we then put it in its poly. As you can see, we're quite busy here in final test. We have a tool going out. This is an F model to a customer in Europe. This is a customer back on the East Coast. This customer is going to, actually this one's going to Europe also. This customer is going to Canada, and this one is going to Canada. So very international. You can see these are pretty much all international tools. Over the next 2 or 3 days, they'll be going through. We do anywhere from about 10 to 12 to 15 double stacks a month in our refurbish program. So we do quite a lot. So now we're in dry 1. We're almost done. The way the semi-tool process is, you have a rinse, you have a slight purge to blow the water out of the air water nozzle. Then you have a high RPM to sling the water off of everything, and then a elongated dry 2. You notice the RPM slowed down, and then you use the hot N2, the heater blankets, and centrifugal force to do all the drying. So now going back to our process. So when the tool then is put in its configuration, we do all the testing, the skin's off like I showed you in the video. We burn it in. The average tool goes through about 150 process runs to make sure that everything is burned in correctly. At the end of that rebuild process, we do a video like this for the customer. Right now, our Cytec selling tools and Cytec refurbishing customers tools is about 50-50. About half our jobs we come in. Good example. This is a system we sold out of our stock. So's this. This was a refurbishment to our upgraded controller, and that's one out of our stock. As you can see, these customers have upgraded to the Cytec Slick Device state-of-the-art touchscreen controller. It's a fantastic controller. It basically takes a traditional semi-tool S model or F model and brings it up to 2019 standards. There's no replacement controller better in the world that's supplied by compared to us. We are the #1 manufacturer. This controller is being sold worldwide now, and we're doing very, very well with it. Most customers coming in the fab, they get the first controller to test it. Then we've had now multiple customers outfit their whole fab. One of the nice features of it, is that we also have N2 savings. So our system it's a smart controller. At the end of the process, and when the wafers are removed, it knows to turn off the N2. It leaves a little bit of N2 purging, a very small amount. And then we also have an option that turns off the N2 altogether. When the doors reopen and the process is about to begin, and you put the wafers in, and then we'll go ahead and turn the N2 back on so it has a nice clean process. We also have a version of our software that allows you to have the N2 turn on automatically, predetermined by the customer every hour, 2 hours, 24, whatever they want, if they want to keep a little N2 pressure in their bowl. So we have about a minute and a half left here. So let's talk about our website. It's cytecprocess.com. On the left-hand side, you'll see the first 7 buttons. They're all semi-tool related. They're the S model, the F as in Frank, and the ST model rinser dryers we sell. Below that are the 3 same models, but all the spare parts. And then we have a dedicated section to the semi-tool SST and SAT tools. Besides that, we do quite a lot of metrology tools. We do particle counters. We do profilometers, both DECTAC and 10-core KLA. We do Branson etchers. We do lots of photoresist pumps. We probably have 7 or 8 right now that we're doing for customers in-house. We do high and low power microscopes. We do different etch equipment like the matrix etchers and so forth. If you go to our website again at cytecprocess.com, you'll see quite a large array of tools. Okay, we have 35 seconds left. At the end of the process, it's called the rotor stop positioner. It has a piston that's going to fire. It pushes up against the cam, rolls the cam, we call home position. That'll be 12 o'clock. Once the RPMs drop down below 70, I'll hear the door, you'll hear, that's when the cam fires, and then I'll hear the door release when the wafer is at home position, and I'll be able to take the cassette out. We're down to 5 seconds and 8 seconds. Okay, we're winding down like I spoke about. There we go. There goes the cam firing, centering. As you can see, the bottom one already stopped because it's a lighter load because it's only 4 inch. This customer runs both 4 and 6. All right, so what I like to do is feel for hot end too. Don't want to burn my hand. That's good. Like to make sure the cassette's nice and warm. It is. As you can tell, that's a brand new rotor we have in stock. Down here, down below, feel for the hot. Yep, nice and hot. Wafers are all dry. Cassette's warm as expected. So when we rebuild a customer's tool, it's like going through the Cytec's own refurbishment program, except for the skins, because some customers opt us to have it reskinned totally, but this customer didn't. So this tool is completely ready for shipment. Our social media director, she's going to upload these videos to our YouTube site. There was no acceptance needed from our customers, so we'll go ahead and start the packaging of this tool tomorrow. I know they want it. They need it in their line. So this will end the demonstration. If there's any questions, you can feel free to call our main number at 916-797-9000 and ask for anyone in our local sales office. We have 7 salespeople here, and then we also have distributors worldwide that handle our products. Again, my name is Jim Mullany. Today is May 2nd, 2019. Thank you. Have a great day.